Welcome back. Today we are taking a look at something different. Usually I'll have a World War II plane behind this door, but not today. I have a Grumman F-14A Tomcat. And this is a preview build. It's not complete, paint job not done, rudder not done, bombs, bomb racks, etc., etc., not done, but it is flyable. So let's go ahead and get this in the air. I'll show you how to fly it, show you the issues it has right now. It's subject to change. I'm still tweaking it, still trying to figure out the best way to make it fly the way I want. But for right now, I'm going to show you what it is and what it does. All right. So on this plane, we have two seats. We have the back, which is a co-pilot. He has some gauges, some warning systems, and that is it for now. Now we're going to go in the pilot seat, and let's go quickly through the instrument panel. We have RPS settings, temperature settings. On the right, we have our parking brakes are on. We have battery level. We have our generator indicator. We have temperature for right engine. We have fuel level for the drop tanks 1 and 2. We have the main fuel level for 1 and 2, which is actually 1 right now. I was going to put 2, but right now it's 1. And then we have throttle setting, and we have altitude and airspeed. We have the indicator that the drop tanks are still mounted. They're green and good to go. We have the drop tank release, and we have a toggle button that I haven't set the text for, which is the pumps for the, what are the pumps for? The pumps are for the drop tank fuel tanks to pump the gas to the main fuel tank. And then we have the fuel tank indicator light, or sorry, fuel pump indicator light on. And that is it, I think. And let's open, close canopy. Oh, let's close the canopy. All right, this is the jet compressor start. All right, so many of the planes, since the jet patch came out, the jet engine update came out, are using a PID to control the engines rather than just throttling from 0 to 100. So this throttle goes from 0 to 200, which is the RPS setting. So when I set the RPS setting here, this is going to try to match it using the PID that's back there hidden away to control the throttle. All right, so let's give it a little gas. It will roll at about 6 RPS. So I'll set it to about 8, and that will keep this to about 6 or 7. Take off the brakes, and we'll begin to roll shortly. I'm not moving. Maybe it's a little more than 6. All right, a little more gas. There we go. So almost 7. Yeah, that's what I thought. So at almost 7, you're going to start moving. So I'm going to use my up and down arrows to control my throttle setting, and I'll keep it between 8 and 9 as I taxi to where I want to take off. So what I'm going to show you is what this plane does on takeoff and after takeoff. And it's a work in progress, so it will change, and I'll do another preview or final build. But for right now, this is the preview takeoff procedure, and we're going to just taxi to a good spot here. When you're using the steering wheel, you want to, or the steering, front steering wheel, you want to tap the left or right arrow key to get it to go. Don't hold it down, because it will turn a little bit too much. So I just tap it and get it to where I want, and then I'm going to lower the speed, lower the RPS, that is, lower the throttle. So what I want to do is talk to you before we take off. Okay, I don't think we're moving. If we are, we'll just hit the brakes here. This plane tends to want to nosedive on takeoff just a little bit. I've countered it with some weights in the back and with a little bit of pitch. Oh, I think that pitch is actually opposite, but countered it with the weights in the back. So on takeoff, you're going to want to push this to about 20 RPS, and it will shoot off on the runway, and you'll want to use your elevator to kind of pull up, and then you'll want to keep it as level as you can, because it will tend to nosedive at the lower speed. Once at 25 RPS, the wings will sweep back, the weight in the back will shift forward, and that, like I said, this is the preview version. I may not have that later if I figure out the best way to balance this plane. But for right now, it shifts weight forward at 25, and the wings sweep back at 25. And then the plane will pretty much level out and want to climb just a little bit at the higher speeds. But it is way better than it was. I had some trouble where it would just nosedive on takeoff and would almost break the plane. Mentioning breaking planes, it's worth noting that you cannot roll this plane hard if you have plane damage on when you're playing with it. It will damage itself in the joints for the wing rotors. The main problem here is rolls will damage this joint. You see that joint right there? That will be damaged, and then the plane will crash. But if you turn off damage on your settings, I'm pretty sure you can just fly crazy as you want with rolls and stuff, and no problem at all. But I have damage on, and it's a problem. Okay, for testing purposes, you're going to see this little brick here move forward, which is the weight shifting forward as it reaches a 25 RPS. I think that's about it for right now. Some features right now, if you see on the left, we do have air brakes on this plane. And that goes up and goes out. Okay, we have afterburner, we have generators, and landing gear, of course. I think that's about it for the left side list. You know, we've got brakes and all that good stuff. And then inside, like I said, we have the pumps and stuff. So we're going to go ahead and turn on the pumps, and right now you're going to see that as I use fuel, it will transfer from the drop tanks to the main tank. Alright, so let's fly. Here we go. We're going to hit 20 and manage our elevator. Alright, 20. There it goes. And you see I'll try to turn left a little bit right now. I don't really like that, but it's doing that. Okay, let it. Alright, let's hit 4, and the landing gear goes up. Now, right now, it's starting to nosedive. Okay? It is pulling downwards, and the weight is even shifted in the back, and it's still pulling downwards. Now, I can adjust it with this, and now we have, oops, almost crashed into another airport. Now we have a level flight, but what's going to happen, I've adjusted that trim from 0.3. Once I sweep the wings back, it's going to really climb. So you can actually have the trim set to 0 on takeoff, or you can leave it at 3, and then it will automatically be okay when you hit the higher speeds. It's up to you. But for right now, I'm going to put it back down to 3. 3. And then I'm just going to speed up and let those wings sweep backwards. Weight goes forward. And as it does, now my my 0.3 trim is pretty good. Could actually trim it to the 0.4 and keep it level at this speed. So right now you have to play with the trim, and that bothers me. So I'd like to try to be able to counter that better with weights, or I don't know, the way the wings are built. I don't know. Something has to be tweaked in order to get it to fly level, both at low speed and high speed, with the wing swept, with the wing unswept. But for right now, that's what it is. Okay, so that is it for now. I'm not even going to try to land this. I'm just going to show you what it does at high speeds. And we're doing 195. And see, 212. So it's not really going much faster, even though I'm pushing. Oh, I broke it. Alright, let me show you the damage here real quick, and then we'll end this video. So you'll see the flips or the rolls, and the damage is bad. Alright, well that's it for today. I just wanted to show you what the status of this plane was and give you a preview build that you can play with. It is a work in progress, so it's going to be tweaked, and you'll see updates on the, if you subscribe to the plane on the workshop, you'll see updates come in on the plane. And I usually put notes in the description of the plane on the workshop, so you can check that out. And once this plane is done, I will probably do another video with the final features and how it flies. But I really just wanted to show you what the plane is like today and go ahead and demo it for you and let you see if you want to play with it. If you do, links in the description, and I will see you next time. That's it.